Hello, all, very good morning. Yes, shall we start up? Yes, somebody who joined Kozik. Hello. I just wanted to know who is somebody joined like Kozik. Who is that guy? Hello. Are you able to hear me? Okay. Okay. Uh, I hope all able to see my screen now, right? Okay. So then yesterday we were discussing like different run modes and as well as like debugging, right? So different run modes. So run modes are nothing but like uh, normal run mode, then fast. Apart from that, you were having like maintenance run mode and update run mode. Then another mode is like debug. So debugging, how many ways you can do is like step into, step out, step over, breakpoints. Then you have another approach is like debug viewer pane. So with the help of debug viewer pane, you have three options like watch, variables, commands. Okay, so these all are the different ways. Okay, so these all are the different ways you can uh, run your qtp script, right? Okay, in qtp. So here one important point you have to remember, like while running in different modes, like maintenance run mode and update run mode, some additional plugins you have to install. Additional plugins you have to install. Okay, so these are nothing but like about running and debugging. So this is debugging is very powerful concept. That one, even if you go for interview, they may ask you. Even while working with your any of the project with automation framework, means debugging plays major role. Okay, always you will be debugging. So any questions, you just uh, practice it up once and let me know. Okay, so this is nothing but like debugging. Okay, then we can go for like another very powerful concept, that is nothing but like recovery scenario. Okay, recovery scenario. Okay, so uh, the as you aware of like main intention of automation testing is like unattended execution or night execution, right? So while executing your scripts unattendedly, so you may come across situations like some unexpected events. So suddenly your network may go down, or some unexpected pop-ups you may come across, or developer could have changed some object descriptions, right? Some developers could have changed object descriptions. Okay, so in either of the all these cases are nothing but like unexpected. So how do you handle all this kind of unexpected event? So that one you can handle with the help of recovery scenario. Okay, that one you can handle with the help of recovery scenario. Okay, okay, so the purpose of recovery scenario is like pop-up, object state, runtime error, and application crash. So these all are the different types of recovery scenarios. Okay, so uh, these all are the different possible ways of getting up like unexpected scenarios, right? So those are nothing but like pop-up, object state, runtime error, application crash. Pop-up. So when you can go for pop-up is like you may come across unexpectedly like security alert or internet may go down, right? So those kinds of situations, how you'll come up with the help of like pop-ups. Okay, with the help of pop-ups. Okay, so how do you handle that one? I will explain you later. So as of now, like uh, what is what you just try to understand, like what is pop-up, what is object state, what is test run error, what is application crash. Okay, pop-up. So pop-up is nothing but like that's what I said. As I said, like unexpectedly you may come across security alert, right? So best example is while logging with like Gmail, in some computers you may come across like security alert, right? But in another computer you may come across. So you but automation execution may perform in multiple computers. But in which computer you come across that pop-up, which situation you will come across, you may not sure. So that one so unexpectedly you may come across. So how do you handle that kind of unexpected situations? So it's exactly like object state. So day to day IT industry is changing, right? So in such a way some new technology or new object they got introduced. So at that time when they are going to change new object, you are not sure, right? Or developer by mistake some object descriptions he modified. Or another way you can say, like another best example, like whenever some updates are ready for your computer, some updates are ready for your computer. So at the time you will get like updates are ready for your computer, bottom right corner you'll come across, right? Updates are ready for your computer, do you want to install? Are you sure, like or can you expect when you will get that pop-up? You cannot, right? So these all are the different examples for like application crash. Okay, so these all are different examples for application object state. Okay, so whenever object descriptions changed by employee or changed by employee here means like developer, or object description objects, new objects got introduced into application, or these are the different examples for like object state. Then in any of the programming language this is very basic concept. Like once you come up with code, you yourself try to debug, right, to overcome those two types of issues. Those are nothing but like test run error, application crash. Okay, so test run error is nothing but like it's logical error. Okay, so what do you mean by logical error? Simply I have to say means like sum equal to a minus b you are given. Instead of plus you were given minus. So this is logical error, right? So according to computer this is correct syntax, but instead of plus you are given minus, that is wrong. Okay, so these type of errors comes under test run error. So these type of errors computer cannot catch, you have to catch it up. Okay, so with respect to automation front, I have to tell you very good scenario means like according to current requirement you are having 10 items, let us suppose, in some list box. New change request comes up. According to new change request, there were having uh, no 5 items only you are having for that list box according to new change request. Okay, but whenever they come across change request, they should intimate to whole team members, but it will never happen to testing team. Okay, it will never happen to testing team. Why means due to time constraints or something. So internally there may be so many things will be going on. Okay, so at that point of time they were developed, made it as a new release. You prefer automation execution according to word requirement. Your automation script validating 10 items but unable to find out 10 items in the application. So at that time it will fail it out, right? So this is the best example for test run error. Okay, so object descriptions he may change, or due to change request from client he may change some functionality. So this one you never expect, right? So this is nothing but like test run error or application crash. Okay, so this is nothing but like test run error or application crash. Okay, so this is nothing but like these are the different types of recovery scenarios you are having. Okay, I will take up by taking example. You will get clear picture like how you will implement recovery scenario. Okay, so I have to get that situation means it's very difficult. So that's why what I'll do is like I will create that situation and come up with scenario. Okay, so okay, so you don't think too much, you go along with these steps. Okay, so here you are entering correct username, some agent name, password is wrong. Once you click on OK button, it's throwing you like error message, right? So if you go along with this scenario, it's again trying to set agent name, right? It's again trying to set agent name. By that time some pop-up arrived, so you cannot set agent name, right? So at this point of time qtp unable to perform this step, right? So this is the good situation for considering qtp as recovery scenario. Okay, for considering this one as recovery scenario. Okay, so you got it, right? So you go along with these steps. You're trying to set enter username, password, click on OK button, but you're trying to set wrong use like wrong password. So click on OK button means it will give you like some pop-up, unexpected pop-up. Let us suppose this one unexpectedly you are getting somewhere. So how you will handle this situation unexpectedly? Okay, so agent name is again trying to set, by the time some pop-up got up. Okay, so qtp cannot go further, right? So this is the good situation to go for recovery scenario. Okay, So you have to go for recovery scenario means you go to resources recovery scenario manager. Okay, you go to recovery scenario manager, and there recovery scenario manager, how you can navigate is like tools, not tools, sorry, resources recovery scenario manager. So in recovery scenario manager, remember here this is not the new. Okay, so here you are having, right, so this is the new scenario you have to come up with. Okay, so click on new scenario button. Any of the unexpected scenario, how you can handle is in the way of like 4 steps. So there are 4 types of recovery scenarios, like what are those recovery scenarios? Pop-up, object state, runtime error, and application crash. Any of the recovery scenario you have to handle means you have to go for 4 different steps. You have to go for 4 different steps. Okay, what are those 4 different steps? Are nothing but like when should QTP have to consider as a recovery scenario. That means when QTP control goes to recovery scenario, that means when should raise the trigger. That means first one is the trigger. Then at that time these many situations, right, in either of the case, whenever pop-up appears, or whenever unexpected object state, or test run error, or application crash. Application crash means like I told application crash. Oh, I forgot. So application crash is nothing but like whenever you are operating your computer, your application may get stuck, right? So at the time, what you will do? Application may get stuck unexpectedly. So at the time, what you will do? You will go for like task manager and try to kill the process, right? Even that is also not working. Then what you will do? You will try to restart your computer, right? So exactly in your automation front also, you will be performing same kind of operations. How? I will tell you. Okay, so while executing step by step the script, let us suppose some of the step QTP unable to perform. That is the right time can QTP control go for recovery scenario. So that time you can go for trigger. Okay, when should raise the trigger. Okay, so in any of these situations, so that is nothing but like whenever QTP looks for this pop-up, at that time you can go for like trigger recovery scenario. Okay, so whenever QTP looks for this pop-up and this description, at that time QTP can look for recovery scenario. QTP control automatically goes there. Okay, so control went to recovery scenario. Okay, so that means QTP went to abnormal state. Normal statement is executing fine, but now QTP went to abnormal state, unable to perform any of the operation. So QTP have to recover from that unexpected situation, right? QTP have to recover that abnormal situation. So how QTP can recover? This window QTP have to close at this point of time. So that means how we can close? With the help of click on OK button or cancel button or close button or something you will try to do. Okay, so that is nothing but like your second step in performing this is the operation. So that is nothing but like okay, OK button. Okay, so here in this situation either you can go for like keyboard or mouse operation, right? Okay, so these are the different ways of recovery scenarios are there. First we go for like a keyboard or mouse operation, then remaining ones we'll try to discuss later. First this situation I can click on OK button or cancel button or escape button, or if OK button is there, OK button something. Okay, so that means next, okay, click on see here different options you are getting up again. Click on default button or press enter. Even click on cancel button or press escape key. click button with the label. So whatever the label you are specifying, it will try to click on that specific label. Okay, so press key or key combination, any key combination, alt F or alt K or O, something like that. Any key combinations are there, means even those keys also you can perform to go for. Okay, so yard, so this is nothing but like a recovery operation. Okay, if you want to add any another recovery scenario, you can check this checkbox, but in this scenario I don't want to come up with any another recovery operation. Okay, then QTP, that means like QTP now recovered from that abnormal state. QTP recovered from that abnormal state. Okay, so QTP recovered from that abnormal state. Okay, so either you have to repeat the same step again and continue, or proceed to next step, or proceed to next action or component iteration, or same step something you will try to perform, right? So stop the test run, or re-execute whole script or whole action or whole step, something like that you will try to perform. Okay, so that is nothing but like recovery operation, post recovery. Once QTP recovered from that abnormal state, how QTP have to proceeds its execution. Okay, so that is nothing but like post recovery. So these are the different things you are having. So in this situation, you can repeat the same step and continue, or proceed to next step. Any other thing you can give it up. Okay, anything works fine. Why means here username, even once you click on OK button, username should be there already, so you don't want to set username again. Okay, that's why any of the operation you can do, no issues. Okay, so repeat current step again or proceed to next step. Okay, this is nothing but recovery, and final step is nothing but like you have to give name for future reference purpose. Okay, so pop-up 1 and description is optional. Okay, then this is the way you can create recovery scenario. Okay, so whenever you are closing, it will ask you for file name for saving. Okay, so here I am giving like pop1. Okay, pop1 I am giving. Okay, so remember the path here I am trying to give pop1. Okay, save it up. Okay, so now what I do is that recovery scenario QTP have to perform is you have to associate that recovery scenario to this script. So how you can associate is like file settings, as usual you can go here, you will see like recovery 1 tab. Okay, so recovery 1 tab. Okay, so you try to click on yard button like plus. Okay, so where is that recovery scenario, you try to navigate, then yard scenario. This is the way you associate recovery scenario to specific file, specific script. Okay, to specific script. Okay, so okay, when QTP have to consider recovery scenario, or how QTP get to know, oh, this is recovery scenario, how it has to execute. So there are different ways. Okay, so activate, when QTP have to activate the recovery scenario. Okay, so that is what here you are seeing some list box. Okay, so this is nothing but like on error, on every step, or never. Okay, so on every step, on error, never. Okay, in any one of these things you can go for. Okay, so okay, by chance if you go for like never, it will never consider recovery scenario. That means you are not using recovery scenario. On every step if you give, And remember one more thing, there is no restriction like only one recovery scenario you have to associate with one test script. How many ways you want, those many ways. How many recovery scenarios you want, you can associate. Okay, there is no limit. But you are using like 100 recovery scenarios, you are given here like on every step how much time it will take. It has to consider each and every recovery scenario, 100 recovery scenarios, and it has to go for executing each and every step, means it will be like too much time consuming. Okay, it doesn't work out. Okay, so this is not good practice if to give like on every step. Okay, best practice is like on error. Okay, whenever error occurred, so at that time qtp can go for recovery scenario, it will handle that unexpected event and go further. Okay, so this is the way you can go for like creating recovery scenario. Then I will try to execute, you see. Okay, so before that I will try to close flight button, flights window. What happened? No, what happened? Object repository service gone? No objects are here. You are recorded, right? Something went wrong. Objects are there, right? No, what's happening here? Hmm. Something is going wrong here. Hmm. Hmm. Object battery is here. So why is not identifying? Okay. So this is the unexpected situation for QTP to consider it as a recovery scenario. So QTP control automatically goes to that recovery scenario, and in recovery scenario, what is the step is there? For clicking on this OK button, you don't have a code here. Okay, so you don't have code here, right? Oh, you have to associate recovery scenario, right? I forgot to associate recovery scenario. Okay, so here you haven't associated recovery scenario. How QTP consider recovery scenario? Cannot, right? So I'm associating. Okay, now, okay, if I execute once again, what will happen? You see. Okay, so this is the situation for QTP to consider it as a recovery scenario, but you may get question why is waiting for default synchronization timeout. Okay, synchronization timeout you have read, right? So by default it will try to wait that 20 seconds or 30 seconds or 60 seconds. Okay, right? So that is the minimum time is waiting for. Then control automatically goes to recovery scenario, and it will recovers the unexpected situation. Okay, so this is nothing but like recovery scenario. Okay, so this is the way you can come up with like your recovery scenario. Then you can go for like another recovery scenarios also there, right? So object state, here I have one question: object state or test run error. Okay, so object state is like when you'll get a change request or something like that, you're not sure. Even test run error, if you go for logical errors, like you are getting this is also related to change request. Okay, so is it possible for you to expect when you will get object changes, object description developer is going to change, or when you will get like client is coming up with change request in future, and all those one, can you expect and come up with a scripting? Is it really possible? It's not possible, right? So that's the reason really. Even I have one more thing like pop-up. So pop-up, if you go for like in this computer you are getting that pop-up, let us suppose in another computer you are not getting that pop-up. Okay, so that one really recovery scenario require any another way you can go for. That means like I could have told you so many times what are the features you are having in QTP, each and everything through navigation or through scripting you can handle. Okay, so through navigation means this is the way. Through scripting means you can come up with some VB script and you can handle. In either of the way you can handle. Okay, so what you can do, if pop-up exists, click on OK button. It's very simple, right? So that is the way you can come up with recovery scenario. So this is also recovery scenario. So what we will do is, if pop-up exists, okay, then click on recovery scenario. Just that's it. Click on OK button. That's it, right? In this computer you are getting pop-up. It will exist and click on OK button. In another computer it's not getting pop-up. It will go proceed in next step. This is also recovery scenario, right? So I mean to say, like, really in real time recovery scenario you will be using, but not through wizard. Okay, you'll be using through scripting. So how you will handle unexpected events, unexpectedly means in the form of like scripting. So even scripting means which kind of recovery scenario you will be implementing in real time is like, whenever specific step fails, you don't do anything, you will take screenshot of entire screen at a failing stage, how your screen looks like, okay, and save it to somewhere, save it to somewhere in your framework, then stop that test script, go to next test script. This is the kind of recovery scenario you will be implementing. Okay, so stop, so you'll be capturing entire screen, save it to somewhere, stopping the test script, go to next test script. So this is the kind of recovery scenario you will be implementing. Okay, so that one how you can come up with, like, in the form of function library. Okay, so here I am choosing object state, some object for time being I will select. Okay, so this one how you will handle. So this is nothing recovery in the keyboard or mouse operator. Here you are saying function call, right? So remember, that's what, right? Function call you can handle. VBScript function one come up with that function, you can keep in some function library and you can handle that one. I will explain you during VB scripting front. Okay, that one I will explain you during VB scripting front. Okay, so as of now you can simply ignore this topic. So at that time I will explain you. You will get a very clear picture. Okay, so this is nothing but like recovery scenario. Okay, and another way, function call when you can go for like object state at runtime error. Okay, if it is what is final option, application crash. So at that time you can go for like either close application process or restart Microsoft Windows. But remember, you have to restart Microsoft Windows means you have to provide password, username and password, right? That one really, I have to check it up how it works, whether it works or not I'm not sure. See, the thing is like, whenever you are restarting your computer, username and password, that one how QTP handles. Even we never implemented this kind of recovery scenario. Okay, so this one I will check it up and I will let you know. Then close application process in nothing but like as usual, you will have to close some process, right? So which process you have to close? Select and add. Okay, select and add, then next button. Okay, then add another recovery operation. Okay, so if you want to add another recovery operation, you can go for add. Okay, so this is the way you can come up with like creating recovery scenarios. Okay, so that is the way. That is the way you can come up with creating recovery scenarios. Okay, so in real time recovery scenario is very powerful concept they come up with, but really it's not utilizing in your real time. But how you are utilizing is the way I said, like you'll be stopping that test script and going for further. That is the way, that is the kind of recovery scenario you will be implementing. Okay, so this is nothing but like your recovery scenario. And very good interview question, they may ask you directly or indirectly. So you are getting unexpected pop-up or unexpected object descriptions are getting changed. So how do you handle recovery? How do you handle those kind of situations? Okay, through a recovery scenario. And remember, they may ask you directly or indirectly how many types of recovery scenarios are there, what are the different steps you have to follow for recovering unexpected situation, and one more thing you remember, like in Windrunner, QTP's older version is like Windrunner, right? So in Windrunner also you were having recovery scenario, but you were having only three types of recovery scenario. There, pop-up, object state, runtime error. There you don't have, like, what is that, application crash. Only first three you will come across. Okay, so this is nothing but like recovery scenario. Okay, any questions, anybody? Anybody having any questions on this one? No questions? Okay. uh yeah, yeah. Okay, fine, then nobody having no questions means we can end up our session, and most probably tomorrow your QTP concepts will get finished. Okay, so Abdul, when you were joined, I just wanted to know. Okay, when you were joined, I mean, like, when we start up our QTP automation. Okay, fine. Okay, perfect. That's fine. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, Abdul. Yeah, Jagdish, tell me. Jagdish, I'm unable to understand. Could you please message me, or could you please come up again? Yeah, no issues, Abdul. No issues, Jagdish. Okay. So, how many days you are not going to attend? Okay, okay. Okay, fine. Uh, Luckily, next week I'll be starting another batch for automation. You can attend to that batch, Abdul. Jagadish. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Or meanwhile, I'll be sharing recorded sessions. You don't want to worry. You can go to those recorded sessions. Once you come back, means you have questions, you can ask me. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. No issues. Okay. Any more questions? QTP 11. You can download from HP site, Sita. Okay. You can download from HP site. Okay. You search for it. You try to find out. If you don't find, let me know. I will forward you. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Tell me. I sent it out, right? I didn't send. I sent it out. Oh, is it? I will send it out. Okay. I remember I sent somebody, but I sent you or not, I don't remember. But I sure I sent that day itself. Okay. I will just email me, Jagdish. Okay. Just email me. I will forget again. That's why just okay. I will forget. Okay. Again. Okay. You just email. Remember me. I will send it out by someday. Okay. Sometime. Okay. Okay. That's my. Any more questions? Okay. That's me. Thanks for your time. Okay. See you tomorrow. Bye.